It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, February 8th, 2018. It is 7 a.m. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis and Jerry Hogan. And it's still cold outside. It's going to warm up today, though.
Is it?
I hope.
I know it was like 21 degrees. It was reading on my thing, but I know now it's showing like 17. So
I'm showing 20 here, but give or take a couple of degrees. It's still cold.
The frost was on the windshield.
And the frost was everywhere. I had to put the trash out at the curb, and the grass was even crunching. It was so cold.
I had to scrape my windshield this morning.
I did too.
I hate
Use your credit
that.
card or your debit card?
No, I actually have the scraper. It doesn't
found
work with
one.
the diddly. But
You
I
did?
Yeah, it was way under the seat there. I was looking for an overdue library book and found an ice scraper.
I knew exactly where mine was, Amanda's truck.
So that she don't have one and you do.
No, I put it back in her truck.
Oh, he's so nice.
But I did use it. I did have to scrape this morning. Wasn't
Yep.
over. And of course, she's got a scraper, and her vehicle's in the garage.
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense.
Not a lick.
There you go. Amen, brother. See, I'm in agreement here. He agrees.
Kind of like having a snow shovel in Houston, right?
Yeah.
Or Miami.
Yeah. Scooter actually bought a snow removal deal. Did you ever get to use it?
I've used it one time years ago.
You bought a what?
One of the snow blowers.
Big old tiller looking thing.
Yeah.
That shoots
Yeah,
snow.
you walk behind it and it shoots it way off.
Any particular reason why?
Well, no, I mean, it was one of them things. It was my grandma's, and she was trying to get rid of stuff, and I was like, hey, that would be cool, and then don't get a chance to use
You have to have snow.
it. Yeah, there's the problem. It doesn't work good on gravel at all, trust me.
You could try.
I
You could
did.
sling rocks halfway across the... We could get kids a new idea. Get a snow throw rocks. Anyway, how did we get off on...
I don't know.
You
started
started
out
it.
snow scrapers.
I started it, didn't I? Anyway, we're all enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. You can do the same thing. 3 locations to serve you here in Mountain Home. They've got Brood Awakening at BRMC Lobby, Balmer Boulevard, of course, and Highway 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness.
Or just come by here and hang out.
Yeah,
Grab
have a
you
cup of coffee with us sometime.
Try it out.
We're on Commerce Drive. Just turn north at Pizza Hut.
And if you know where the meat shop is, we're right
You
next
can
door.
find us.
Yeah. Most people know where that's at.
Jerry, I got a question. You've got about 14 Bob Slagle's barbecue custom. Look at this. Look at these coupons we got right here.
Look at the date on them when they expired.
Oh,
I cleaned out my old sales bag.
see, I can. Bob won't know if I change the date or
No,
what. Nah,
he
Bob
won't.
wouldn't mind. Would he?
He won't care.
He'd probably take it. He wouldn't care.
Bob Slagle's custom barbecue.
And actually, that's goes right into our guest that we have up today, Ty Cotter with Care Centers.
Yeah.
Because Bob, and he's done a lot with Care Centers.
That's good.
Glad you gave him a little plug there.
Yeah, I saw that and I'm going to have to say, hey, now wait a minute. Bob Slagle's custom barbecue. That does sound good.
It does.
Ooh.
He actually does have good barbecue, too, by the way, guys.
I'm going out there to get some Arkansas prime rib today.
Are you really?
You
Ooh,
betcha.
that sounds good.
For those that
Does
don't know,
he doesn't have a clue what Arkansas prime rib is.
that's a big old slab of smoked bologna.
Yep. Arkansas prime rib. It's good, too.
And tube steak's a hot dog, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a big bologna fan, bologna sandwich, stuff like that, but I went out there and tried one of his, and I mean, it's like thick slab
kidding.
of bologna that's been smoked, and it doesn't taste like bologna. It is good stuff.
See, what it was called that round steak. That was Illinois round steak.
Yeah. I've
Bologna
heard
was
it
Illinois
called
round
that.
steak. Yeah.
It's Arkansas prime rib from Arkansas. Goes from round steak to prime rib, buddy.
Now, let me plug Brood Awakening Coffee one more time. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening Coffee, you're drinking dirty water. And, of course, morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, with all our respect. So proud to have Roller Funeral Homes on as one of our sponsors, with all our respect. One of these days, we'll have to use their services, I'm sorry to say, but when you do, you have all their respect.
Good people.
Great group of people, willing to do whatever it takes to make it right. Get their wishes out there and get them done.
And so, morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. Let's pause for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, so much going on in our area. First, of course, the extreme cold, of course, makes it hard to really function. And then the back of our minds, Lord, we still remember the ones we've lost to suicide in the last month. But Lord, overall, we're a happy group of people here in Arkansas, Missouri, and yet we've dealt with a lot already this year. So my prayer today is give us peace and hope and protect us from evil. That's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Weather today, Greg Farm Services. I got another email I've got to check out about Greg Farm Services. They got more stuff going on you can shake a stick at over there at Greg Farm Services. See what they say. Greg Farm Services special.
I think it's the same one as you had yesterday.
Well, I think it's different here.
Rock and area boost 25% off.
Yeah.
Fill up
They
your
refill
propane
tanks, 30% off all Montana Silversmith jewelry until February 14th. Onion sets, garlic bulbs, and seed potatoes are in stock. You can call 870-481 orders. Check them out at gregfarmservices.com.
Pretty much farm or home need, they will have it. And I mean, they've got a huge store with about everything. And you're talking, and I know you talked about the sponsor we had last time, how you went there all the time and you were a big fan of, so Greg Farm Services, that's my store.
That's your store. There
That's
you
the
go.
one that
about once a week.
Yeah.
I might have you beat there 'cause I love Greg's, man.
I don't know, with the farm, we spend a lot of money through them just because they have whatever we need.
And don't forget about seed and feed at Greg Farm Services.
And baby chicks will be coming out soon. So.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
It's almost that time.
Yep.
Morning weather brought to you by Greg Farm Services. 20 degrees in Mountain Home, 27 at Harrison, 23 at Hardy, 18 at Mountain View and Yellville and Marshall, 20 at Calico Rock, Poplar Bluff, Missouri at 21, Branson, Missouri at 27, West Plains checks in at 20, and Watford City, North Dakota, to put it in contrast to what we're dealing with, it's 0. 20 degrees difference there.
What's your temperature? We don't have one.
We don't
We
have
got
one.
news.
0. 1
We don't
degree
have one.
in Anchorage, Alaska. A little bit of difference on the radar today. All that stuff that was in the eastern part of the country yesterday trailed off from Texas to Pennsylvania, New York. Now we got some precip in Montana, Idaho, and South Dakota. Oh, picking up a little bit around Kansas City. I'm going to hit that Kansas City radar
You
there.
go right ahead.
All right. A little bit up around, that would be Tarkio area. And I can't even see that small print on that thing. What's that, Maryville? Yep, Maryville, Missouri, north of Kansas City. That's just west of I-35 as it loops through Kansas City. A little bit on I-70, I guess, but that's about it. Arkansas highways seem to be clear. I'm going to hit that Little Rock stop there, Scooter. 62 412 east-west, you're clear. 65 north-south Branson, Little Rock. West Plains Highway 63, Poplar Bluff, Missouri to Little Rock Highway 67. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, clear in Arkansas at this time. And that weather,
Let's see because I know they're calling for something this weekend. And
I'm going to refresh this. Refresh. There we go. This is the updated forecast map. Winter storm warning for the pinkish, lighter red, whatever you want to call it there. Then we have a winter weather advisory. This is for northern Illinois, most of Iowa, South Dakota, southwest North Dakota, and all of Montana. I'm going to hit Baxter County, see what we've got here. And Scooter was saying we've got a chance. What did you say? Saturday night? What were you seeing?
Saturday night they were showing about a 70% chance of ice. They didn't say how much accumulation, just 70% chance of ice. And then Sunday night,
Yeah, this one here is
had a
saying,
chance
wow.
of snow.
It's funny how these forecasts are at. This one's showing 60%.
wow, 60, 70. They're still both showing it. I mean,
Split
it could
the-
be worse.
Oh, Saturday, chance of showers, high of 38, 50% chance there. Saturday night, 60% chance rain, freezing rain likely, then changing. Then it says chance of freezing rain, low of 24, high of 35 on Sunday, 20% chance there. Sunday night, 20% chance of snow. 20% chance of snow, rain, blah, blah, blah. High of 44. How's it going to snow when it's 44?
I don't know, but I can deal with the snow better than I can deal with the.
Oh, yeah.
Than I can deal with the ice, by far.
Well, we got through that ice storm last week, didn't we?
God, we lucked out, though.
Oh,
the
we
temperatures
did. Oh, my
stayed
goodness.
right there, and I know there's some people around us that weren't so lucky, but for our area, we lucked out.
We dodged that bullet, let me tell you. Jerry, what you got on that community calendar over there, Hot Rod?
Well, today it's Sonic, 50-cent corny dogs all day long. So be sure
I know where he's going to be.
He's happy. He's been waiting for that.
I had this marked on my calendar for a month this day, February 8th. And today, out at Marion County Courthouse, you're going to have Jen Morgan, who's running in the
Went to later
primary.
today.
Yep, February 8th,
What time?
7 to 8.
7 to 8 tonight.
Jen Morgan, she's running against Asa, for those that don't know. And also, boy, Marion County's busy today. Their 4-H shooting sports informational meeting is going on. So, and that's out there at today 6 to 8 p.m. at the U of A Marion County Extension. So, and I tell you what, they've come a long way with their Marion County 4-H program. So,
Doing good.
doing very well. Yep.
This just popped up. Pope County, which is Russellville, Pope County Storm Spotter training tonight at 6:30. Takes place at the OEM Search and Rescue on Highway 64, Russellville, Arkansas. This is the Skywarn Spotter training courses from 6:30 to 8:30 tonight in Russellville, Arkansas.
There you go.
You a storm spotter? I can spot one.
No, if it comes near me, I'll spot it. But
There it is.
I'm not going to chase it down. You know,
Bat in the
I
hatch.
grew up, you know, in Oklahoma, and
You've seen your share of them.
well, yeah, and then there's, I mean, groups of people that actually go chase the tornadoes, and they get, I mean, right up there to them, get pictures, and it's just, that's not me.
I'd make a good tornado chaser.
They had one of those at the IMAX theater in Branson. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but that vehicle actually put prods into the ground, man. And they would try to get right in the path of the tornado.
they
and
would.
they did.
Yeah.
So,
Crazy.
Well, some of the Weather Channel guys got hit, and they were in a big old Chevrolet Blazer, or not Blazer, but a big Yukon,
so yeah, that's
and
boneheaded.
it rolled them. I mean, it rolled them.
That's boneheaded. Be out there in a normal passenger vehicle. Heck no. Put me in an army tank with an anchor. Then I'll go look at it.
With an acre.
Yeah, you betcha.
Coming up, Ty Cotter with Care Center Ministries. Stick around. It's time for a break. We'll be right back.
To get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Coming in 2018, VHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. DHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hot you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home. More than just propane, Reeves Propane provides you full-service propane delivery as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reeves Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reeves Propane. We greatly appreciate your business and God bless.
Have you ever noticed?
It is 7:16 on this February 8th, 2018. Ty Cotter's here from Care Center Ministries. Kind of nervous? Your socks match?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I do these. I wear white ones. Hey, man, Ty, good to see you.
Doing good, good. Good to see you guys.
And so tell us about Care Center Ministry and Ty Cotter. What's going on with you?
Well, we got a lot going on. I don't know really where to start. We got the men's home and the women's home going, and they're both established pretty well. And just really at the moment trying to reach out a little bit further than just Mountain Home when it comes to allowing people to know that we have, help for drug addiction and life controlling issues. A big thing that separates us from most ministries that help with life controlling issues is that we're there's no payment up front. It doesn't cost to get in. There's no insurance needed, no bed space wait. And so we just take them as soon as they're ready, through an over-the-phone interview if we need to. So right now we're kind of focused on getting out we have these trips planned once a month to go to like Jonesboro, Harrison, West Plains, and just really pass out flyers at different homeless shelters and different places where people that would be struggling hang out. And so that's kind of our direction right now in the men's and women's home.
So what about addictions?
Well, I mean, they come in all different shapes and forms. And
you see it all?
Yes, sir, we do. We see them. It don't matter if they come from, having great parents and a great household and, raised, right, and, they could go all the way off the other side. And so you see it from all different angles. We got some people that, like I said, that came from a great life, some people that didn't come from a very great life. And then you got some people with great parents still together, have a great family, and some that don't have any family at all. And so you just never know when it's going to hit and who it's going to affect. And
how does it start?
Yeah, that's a big question. Yeah, you asked a huge question. Yeah, and the reason
we had to answer to that one.
Yeah, the reason why it's so big is you have so many different reasons. I mean, starting back, most start when they're young, preteen, teen age years, and what we see a lot is if they've been hurt or affected, somehow when they were young. I mean, it starts off small. I mean,
is it an emotional scar?
Yes, in most cases it's an emotional draw because you could say. Some children could say, have the excuse of, hey, my dad verbally abused me the whole time I was growing up, and I didn't feel loved, and so when I tried this, it made me feel good. Or you could have the kid that says, nah, I was physically and sexually abused all my life, don't know my parents, and was raised in the streets. And that's why I decided to do something that made me feel better. And so there's really extremes as to what young adult will reach to a drug to say just feel better. Any thoughts of suicide or ending their lives or just any problem in life at early stages, it's a good excuse to say, hey, I can step outside of reality by trying a little bit of weed, a little bit of drink, 1 or 2 pills, and step away from reality long enough to where I feel better about the way I'm living or the way I'm being raised. And so that's normally what we see. And with that being said, you know, out of all the men and women that we've had in the home, and we've had hundreds of them in and out of the home, and the ministry's been going 30 years in Dallas. And if you asked any of my residents what was the first drug you tried, they're all going to say weed. You know, it's that first little step of let me get outside of reality and let me feel good for a minute. But little do they know that little feel good when they was in school all of a sudden led to a needle in their arm, in prison, and someone else raising their kids 5-10 years later. And so, and it's something you can't just walk away from. You can't just walk away when you get so deep into drug addiction. It takes care of you. You don't take care of it. So.
Okay, I've wrote down a couple of key words, and that's kind of what I listen for, because I've got another project that's going to be dealing with this very issue. Number one, feel love.
Yeah.
Remember, who was it? Was it Donna Summer? I Feel Love. Remember that song from 30 years? You're too young.
Yeah, I'm 36, so you kind of got me on that one.
Sing it for us, Dad.
Yeah, right. And reality. I've had Jamie Leach here from First Step BRMC. I've had the sheriff here. Are our kids having a hard time dealing discerning fantasy and reality? And here's what I'm getting at. I sit down to have supper, I'll hit the TV. One time I hit the TV, I like Channel 3 News. But of course they've got the commercials in there, and they'll run the NBC lineup of shows tonight at 7 o'clock Central. And it's going to be Crime Scene New York, Crime Scene Chicago, Fire Chicago, this going on, you know. And it's, what's that other one that came on last night? Blacklist, you know. And here they got this guy's face wrapped in saran wrap and shoving him in a hole. You know, it's just all this garbage going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Our kids watch this stuff, and it looks real, but it's fantasy. Is drug use, murder, gun abuse, family abuse, sexual abuse as entertainment fogging the minds of the reality in our kids? You know what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it desensitizes them for sure. I think that they get less sensitive to those types of things when they're exposed to them on a regular basis. You know, it's just something that's less sensitive. I mean, and this may be a little rough around the edges, what I'm about to say, but let's just say, for instance, I've heard many different types of music growing up, and I was thinking the other day, several songs that I remember listening to were if they weren't promoting rape, they were, you know, I don't know what they were doing, and I'm sitting here thinking, man, I used to listen to songs when I was young that would promote that stuff. And so if you're growing up in a generation where you listening to that stuff and you talking about it and it's, you know, just part of your everyday conversation, then what big of a deal is it for you to put action behind it? You know, is it really that bad? Why? Because it's spread all over the place. So it's the same way with drug addiction, with any of these things. Suicide, I mean, we're number 3 out of 75 counties in suicide in the state of Arkansas. And so if everybody's, I don't want to get into that, but anyway, it's a rough deal. And suicide alone is just very hard to deal with for family members. But when you got someone saying, you know, I'd rather do this than continue living, and they do it, and then their friends see it, and they say, man, it was that easy to get out of what we're living in, then maybe I'll do it too. And so I heard one time a guy say, one generation's compromise will be the next generation's captivity. And when I heard that, it caught my attention. So it's what we allow this generation to get away with. The next generation coming up will be held captive by that stuff. And that's what we see today.
Yep.
Because 30 years ago, 40, 50 years ago, you know, abortion, drug addiction, suicide, it wasn't blasted all over everywhere like it is today. Today it's normal.
You know, it's like, well, that don't happen here. That don't happen here. It's happening here.
Oh, it's happening here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the obituary since January 1st.
Yeah. 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 We have. We got a chance to. Me and one of my leaders had a chance to go to the schools. It was in the paper, and they did the. You know, the chasing the dragon life of an addict, and we got to open up the movie and then close the movie, And it was real neat. I know the teacher said that out of all the years we had the most attention from the students as we spoke to them, because we spoke from something that we had lived and gone through, not a statistic. And so I think that really caught their attention. And you could tell afterwards there was a big response of, what do I do? Like, this is all happening in my life. What's the next step? And so I know if it's already jumped into the schools and it's all throughout the school systems, then obviously our younger generation has found something attractive in the wrong way and are following that.
Well, you know, and even to bring awareness, if you're a grandparent or family member and younger people come over, hide the meds. They're actually getting into medicine cabinets over at Grandpa and Grandma's house or Aunt and Uncle's house, or, you know, oh, I'm going over here, we're going to watch the ball game on TV. Where's your bathroom? And you use the bathroom. And they get in the cabinets and steal the meds.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it's been, you know, going on 7 years since I'd done any drugs, and I'm thinking back, and they're getting high off of stuff I'd never even thought of. Today, I didn't even know some of this stuff existed, you know, or you could be able to get high off of it. Now I knew the prescription medication is, you know, now it's through the roof. Everybody knows about it. So now if you want to feel better or you want to continue your addiction, yeah, rifle through your grandmother's cabinets or go see your aunt and see if she's got something in her kitchen or her bathroom cabinets. And that's something that everybody is aware of now, and it is dangerous. You got somebody just working on your house, doing a little drywall or something. They go to use your restroom, rifle through your cabinet, steal all your medication, just whatever the case may be.
And it's not just scripts. I've actually been told they'll take vitamin capsules and separate, and they'll mix it with other stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got, I mean, you know, right now they have, I've been researching this stuff. You got people drinking hand sanitizer. You got people drinking lemon extract. I mean, you got all these different things, and they got names for it. You know, they got different names. The generation today has different names for these different types of highs they get off these.
What are they getting from the Tide laundry pods?
I have no clue. It don't even make sense to me. I have no clue.
I mean, did you see the joke of the Oreo cookies and Tide pod flavor?
Very clean mouth.
It don't even make sense.
You know, some of the stuff I just, you know, like, what?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, I can't imagine, you know. And why you want that stuff in your bloodstream?
Todd, are y'all tied up with the court systems? Can they
yes.
help you out there?
Yes, we are. We actually have a real good rapport with the courts, with the attorneys, prosecutors, and they really like us. They use us as an avenue, an outlet to send different men and women. I mean, probably, you know, half of our women's home came from jail, and they're court ordered to the women's home, and it just makes it nice because, you know, they have something over their head where it's like, you know, I could potentially be in a lot of trouble if I don't get my act together. And then the court system knows that we have such a strict and rigorous program that if someone actually completes our program, they've came a long way and shown a lot of change because of all the, you know, the structure and the discipline of our program. It's much greater than any other program that we know of. There's only a couple that are close to it in structure, and so they know that, you know, the change is what's taking place, and growth is what's taking place the longer they stay.
Is it a self-esteem issue? Is it a domestic violence issue? I mean, you know, let's go back to the fantasy and reality. I'll talk about perhaps the young girl in Flippin, Arkansas that died a week or so ago. Is it, I'm not popular, I'm not pretty, I'm not going to be loved, I don't know, you know, at 14, 15, 16 years old, they're just like, well, I remember being that age. I was 14 when I moved from St. Louis to Mountain Home. You're talking about a culture shock. But I made it without getting on drugs. My graduating class at the high school I would have stayed at was larger. My graduating class was larger than the population of this town at the time. So if you can imagine coming from a high school where the class I was a part of had more members there than this entire city when I moved here in 1972. It was a culture shock. You know, the
Yeah.
kids down here were totally different than what I put up with in the St. Louis area. Culture down here was just more laid back, Christian oriented. You went to church on Sunday, you went to church on Sunday night, Wednesday night, you had supper with mom and dad at 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Everybody sat around the table, we had supper. We didn't have iPhones, the TV was turned off. You know?
You didn't have iPhones.
Yeah. Can you imagine a life
I
without?
couldn't imagine life without. Well, I know with what you're saying, I feel like the core issue is the fact that, you know, you have people, you know, being raised up and growing up without a purpose or without a hope or without, you know, knowing who they really are. And so to me, it's an identity issue that goes into having nothing to strive for, nothing to go shoot towards. And so a lot of times it's what it is. But you also have those who are going to college and who are playing football and who are on the, you know, all these teams and leagues and different clubs in school. And then all of a sudden, you know, they have fun one night and then bam, it goes from fun to being an addiction and they can't stop. Yep. And so it starts, you know, so some, it could be from a past hurt or a pain, and others, it could just be simply that they let their guard down and wanted to have a little bit of fun one night and wound up now it's going to be a treacherous road to tote. And, you know, so you can't really put a pinpoint on it, but I know that a lot of it comes from an identity issue. You don't know who you are, you don't have a purpose in life, you don't feel like you have a hope or a purpose in life, and then you start reaching for anything you can to identify yourself with. And so normally it's those that are right next to you looking for something to identify themselves to with as well. And so
Visiting with Ty Cotter, Care Center Ministries. I'll spit it out here in a minute. Time for a break. Be right back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
With a large show. "7:35 on this February 8th. We've got sunshiny skies outside. I'm looking forward to warm temperatures today. Visiting with Ty Cotter, Care Center Ministries. And Ty, you've got another list of stuff we need to discuss. I think Scooter had a question too.
Well, I just as there's people, everybody, watching the show, and there's some people that have some issues that are out there. And what is the one thing? I mean, you guys offer help for people with addictions and this and that. What do you, if I'm an addict and I'm listening to this right now, what do you offer me? I mean, what? And I know that you got a list of programs, a list of stuff, but to them, it's like, all right, why do I call them? What do I call them and say, hey, I need help? What are you offering, I guess, and what can you do to help me?
Yeah, I got you. Well, I mean, yeah, so for anybody that's listening or anybody that's questioning what all this means, what we have to offer is a safe place of refuge where you can come spend a year with us, a whole year. And, obviously, what is a year as opposed to the 15, 20 years we've been in addiction? And so just 1 year you set aside of your life and you come in, you join our program, and we start you on a scheduled regiment of training you and raising you up, really in the Word, and getting you in an established relationship with God, getting you mature in that relationship. I mean, it's, we have classes in the morning, classes in the evening. We work and serve in the community throughout the day. And there's just a number of things spiritually that we can train and raise you up in to get you to where you're so well-rounded as a strong Christian that you can handle everything that life throws at you the way you're supposed to, instead of turning back to the drugs or always, many times in drug addiction we go at a strong run, a bunch of bad stuff happens, and then we make this commitment to do something different or to change. And that change never sticks. Why? Because we don't have the right foundation, and we try to do it on our own over and over. And so we believe you stay a whole year with us, that you'll learn so much in that year, and it'll be so ingrained into you that it's your first response when something goes wrong. It's the things that we've taught you. And so the teaching is above board. I mean, you're in the Word all the time. I mean, it's well structured, well rounded. You get an opportunity to serve and give back to your community. That's all in the first 6 months. The last 6 months when we work with you, and mind you, through this whole first 6 months, since the courts work with us so well, we have things where we do community service, where we serve widows and widowees and disabled veterans, and we go serve their houses. The women's home cleans their houses, and we take care of their yards and manage the outside. And so in that service, it's a community service, and so it helps to go, they have a lot of community service hours, and we have knocked off just hour after hour, thousands of dollars in fines for multiple people because they're going and doing a service to the community. So then you come out, you don't have the weight of owing $3,000 to 4 different counties in this area and never can get on top of your money or your management of your money. We help you with budgeting. I mean, all your life skills outside the ministry, we help you figure out. Relationship classes, budgeting classes. We have just any class that you would need, we have to help to get you to that place to where you can be a productive member of society, and you can not only know what it's like to be a Christian, but to live that stuff out. And so it's amazing hands-on opportunity to not just know about what it is walking out your faith, but living it, walking out your faith. So there's a lot of stuff we have to offer. It's the whole deal. At the end, I mean, our goal is at the end, when you walk away, that you're strong and stable in your relationship with God, that you have to have so much money saved up at the end of the year to where you walk out into your own house, where we take you with we load up our trailer full of whatever you need for your house, help you furnish it, put the groceries in the fridge, and we'll drive you to your apartment, pray for you, and keep you connected with us and let you go on about life. You need anything, call us, that kind of stuff. Build that relationship with you to where it's an ongoing deal, to where if you ever need help later on down the road, we're still here for you. And so we've graduated many men, and the women's home has only been open for a short period of time, and we'll have our first graduate in April, I believe. And so she's doing amazing, got a vehicle, driver's license, job, money saved up, fines paid off. I mean, you talk about being ahead of the game.
Wow.
And having to step up in life. That's what we see every time someone walks out the whole year. They're way ahead of the game. And so really the ball's in their court when they walk out of the door. They got a year clean, strong in their faith. They've been discipled, trained up, and they have their money management in order, and they have life literally in their pocket, and they can do right with that. So,
Ty, something comes to mind. Of course, I had a good childhood, and my dad taught us a lot of simple things, and one thing comes to mind. How many kids, I'm looking, it's 2018, so let's go back, kids that'll be 18 to 23, maybe 25 years old. How many kids know how to replace the plug on the end of the lamp cord? You chuckle about it, but think about it. I mean,
no, it's huge.
we are in a throwaway society.
Yes.
Ooh, the lamp don't work, and I put a new bulb in, it don't work. Well, throw the lamp away. We'll go to Walmart and we'll spend $15 for a new lamp.
Yeah.
When for $1.35 you get another end on the plug, or a wire's come off or something like that, the socket's gone bad. But literally, the simple things, and when they learn to do something simple of cutting that old plug off, separating the wires, and putting it in the proper terminals, and plugging it in, and the light comes on. Is that not a sense of accomplishment?
Yeah,
And don't you build on that?
And that's what we say, like one completed task does lead to a sense of accomplishment. And what that does is it kind of urges you to complete another task because you have a greater sense of accomplishment. And so, and that's part of what we teach the guys, like when we're out cutting the widows' yards, we got all kinds of equipment. We will say, pick out a specific individual and say, hey, this is your weed eater. Here's the manual. Learn everything about this weed eater. You're responsible for the weed eater. You're responsible for it running, having gas, all changed parts. If something's broke, you make a list, you turn it in at the end of the night. And so what it is we're literally handing that young man something to be responsible for and training him in that. And so when something goes wrong, we bring him in, hey, why wasn't the weed eater string changed, and why wasn't it filled up with gas when y'all pulled up the job? Well, I forgot this or didn't grab this. Okay, do you need to carry a list with you every time we go to work and check off that list before you grab your weed eater? Just whatever we can do to better train them to be responsible for their own stuff. It's the same way inside the house. We have morning chores, evening chores. So when they get home from a hard day's work, they might have to cut their own grass. You might have to do your own dishes. And so we have that in there too, so a lot of guys are, well, how do we work all day and we got to come home and do the dishes? I'm thinking, well, that's what you're going to have to do in real life too.
What is life?
You're going to have to fold your own laundry. And so we hold them accountable and responsible for many different areas. So like you said, we do live in a throwaway society. And there's a lot of young adults out there that have never pushed a lawnmower, that have never done the dishes for their mother, that have never swept the floor. And these are the kinds of things we teach them, and not just to do it, but to do it with excellence. To put their whole heart into what they do.
I go visit my brother in Nashville, and what are you doing? I'm going to vacuum the rug, or vacuum the floor. So he pulls out the iPhone, like this, and all of a sudden, here's this robot going around on the floor vacuuming up. That's reality, guys.
Yes.
I mean, the old-fashioned broom.
Yeah.
But that's what you're teaching,
yes,
the old-fashioned
yes.
broom.
Yes, vehicles. We have we rotate that out. We have a lot of vehicles in the ministry. We got a guy that goes around with a list. He checks all the fluid. And you'd be surprised at how many young adults we pop a hood with them, and they don't know where the oil stick is.
Oh, I know.
They don't know where the transmission stick is, and it's like, you can't just put gas in it and drive it till the wheels fall off. You got to check everything. And so we teach them all these different kind of things. So yeah, it's a wide range of teaching going on in the house.
Can we pull up? We got a minute to pull up that Facebook page there, Scooter?
Yeah, you got it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see it there. There it is.
So how are you funded?
Just through partners, people in the community.
People that care.
People in the community that have loved ones that have been affected, people that have a heart for, you know, that are really given to helping someone have a second chance at life. That's really our main support. We go out and we have a profit arm of the ministry where we actually have a cleaning business and we actually have a lawn business. But out of both of those businesses, we also use a portion of that work to serve the community. And so I would say about 40% of our lawn business, 40% of our cleaning business goes to servicing our community. And so there's a little bit of profit that comes from that, but majority is through people that have a heart for what we do.
Well, with that, it's time for another break. More with Cotter Care Center Ministries right after this. Stick around. With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
Your White River getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Coming in 2018, VHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate-controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. DHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range, coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home. More
7:49 on this February 8th. I'm going to reply to a Facebook post on the lamp cord. It's a sense of accomplishment.
Yes.
And it's not about whether or not we're talking about the ministry or not. The ministry is teaching not only to be clean with God, with Christ, but to be clean within ourselves and to pick ourselves up and be able, and like I said, putting a plug on the lamp cord that's very simple for me. My challenge is a Briggs & Stratton carburetor.
Yeah, it is neat.
But you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
And
just
the simplicity of changing the core or plug on the lamp, or to reset the float to Briggs & Stratton. For me, Cotter AFB carburetors on big V8 engines. Trying to get them to run right.
Yeah.
Or heaven forbid a Harley carburetor.
It's just about what you see as basics. That some people need to find those basics and those little sense of accomplishments.
Yeah.
To
you start
feel
out
better
with the
about
small
themselves.
ones. Start out with the small ones, and it grows because I always say we limit ourselves to what we've ever done before. So if we've never done something, we just stop right there. We say, well, I've never done that. And then until someone challenges us and says, well, I understand you've never done that, but here's the right tools. This is the way you do it, and let me know when you're done. And if you leave something like that in the lap of a man and say, come back to me when you're done, then he'll come back. He'll say, hey, I screwed it up. We can go back to, hey, this is how you fix it. Or, hey, I got it done and never knew I was even capable of doing something like that.
And that's the point I'm
and
trying to
that's
make.
what stretches them to a further place.
Yeah.
Because let's just say you say electric cord, the first thing someone would think of, the first excuse would be, I'm not an electrician. How do I change? Why would I change a plug on a lamp? Well, you don't have to be an electrician to change a plug on a lamp, or at least I don't think you do. I wouldn't. No. Wouldn't require somebody to have a license. But anyway, but that small thing, again, leads to another thing, and so we got to start them out small.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's got a list of stuff down there.
Yes, I do. I wanted to just say, we're real early still in the stages here. We have the men's home in April. We'll have been here 3 years. The women's home in April will be here a whole year. And so we're seeing a lot of great things go on so far. We have a lot of different areas of ministry. Like if you don't feel like you're long or far enough in your addiction to where you just haven't lost everything and need to make a one-year commitment, then I encourage you to go. What we have is Overcomers class. Overcomers is a 12-step biblical faith-based, what would you call it? It's a volunteer deal, but you come. It's like an outpatient, if you will. It's an outside class that's open to anybody in the community. And Overcomers is in I don't know how many countries in the world. And so it's a very successful. We have it at our office right behind Gregory Jewelry, and you can just contact the ministry any way you can through Facebook or whatever, and we'll help you with those specifics. But that's open to anybody that wants to just step into this thing and find out more about what's going on in their life. We have some stuff called ISOM. It's a college curriculum, and that's it's open to people in the men and women in the ministry that know us. And so we have a lot of men, a lot of women in it, and it's International School of Ministry courses, college courses. You get an associate's degree in biblical studies. And so right now we have 14 people that are in that college course that we hold every Tuesday. And so actually 2 will be graduating in April, this 2-year course. And so I have several leaders, men and women's home in there, several people that are in the office in there. It was just awesome service. The other thing is the community service projects. Spring, summer, and most of fall, we started last year with this logging because we'd served so many people on a regular basis. And so 50 different addresses on average each month that Care Center went to each month, yes, that Care Center went to serve somebody in need at no cost. And that's a widow that made a phone call, that's taking care of yards, that's fixing a lady's plumbing that has no means to get it fixed on her own. These are legitimate needs in our community. So 50 on average a month. We've seen it as high as 67 or 8. It was almost 70 one month. We didn't know if we were going to have to put a cap on it because we were so working late hours, and it was like, oh my gosh, but the people needed help. So we're in the community all the time. The men and women are giving back to the community. It's tremendous. It's nothing to take lightly. Sidewalk Sunday School we have year-round now, where we started meeting in North Star Apartments was gracious enough to let us set up a little playground, if you will, every Saturday, and do a little Bible study with the kids, give away some prizes. I mean, we average 40 to 50 kids at that outreach all year long, well, through spring, summer, and fall. And winter we started it, and First Assembly is letting us use their gym to where we can continue working with the kids we made a good connection with in the summer. And so that's been an amazing deal. The men and women put those on every other Saturday all year long. I mean, this is not something we do once a year or twice a year just to make an impact. I mean, it's a consistent deal where we're developing a relationship with the children. The next thing is church. We started a church service. We started going, we would call, first we were going to different churches, every Sunday, and we would make a list, so we'd have to call everybody's family, let them know. So we would call a church and say, hey, we're going to be there. We need room for about 80 people. And so it was a little hard managing 80 people as opposed to, just really feeling like it was God to start a church. Mountain Home Christian Academy has been gracious enough, since we're non-denominational, we're a ministry. And so we use their gym for Sunday church services every Sunday at 10:30. It's been pretty awesome to start that. We really believe that's God. And the last thing is, I got time.
You got
and
time.
So the last thing was really cool, and I touched on it earlier. We're able to lead that deal at school, the movie. And what it is the kids seen something genuine, and they seen something authentic when we were able to speak. It was something that was tangible to them. And like I said earlier, not just another statistic. And so it was neat to know that now we're going to be getting in on the mentorship from Juvenile Services, and they've opened up a door for a specific couple of my men and women that I have in the home that are in Leadership Academy and been trained in ministry, an opportunity to mentor some of these youth and really get involved in their lives. And now these are men and women who have gone through the same things that these kids are going through right now at school. And so if anybody can relate or speak into a circumstance or a situation in one of the kids' hearts, they can speak into it in a real way and really connect with them because they can relate to them. And so that's huge.
Awesome.
We have this Men and Ladies of Honor. It's in 11 countries, and it's in a lot of schools in America. And it's been around 15 years. And what it is, it's an after-school program that we're going to start at the school systems. And they have statistics where a large number of the disciplinary action has dropped. It's impacted the suicide rate, and it's decreased the drug use inside the school systems. They have real data proving that this has been effective in many schools throughout the country, and we'll begin that here first week of March. The founder's coming down from Dallas, and he's going to have a meeting with the whole staff and faculty of the school, and we're just pray with us because we believe God's going to do something great through that after-school program.
That is so cool.
You still nervous?
Yes. Okay, you got me.
Oh, that's funny. We got to poke a little fun.
Yeah.
Gotta have some fun. You've got an amazing ministry.
Thank you.
Wow.
You do.
Yes, sir.
Jerry, you're over there kind of quiet, bud.
Less on time.
It's for real, folks. It's for real.
Resolution run, 5K, and 1 mile walk.
Yes, sir. We have through the overcomers, we have a man that's graduating ISOM that I told you about, the college courses. We're going to end up sending him to a couple of countries in Africa to train up some leaders in overcomers groups because they want to start overcomers in Africa. I forget the 3 countries or 3 cities in Africa. And so anyway, we're trying to help raise some money to send him with another group of people that has been chosen to go to Africa and help build up a leadership team and for overcomers. And so anyway, he you would have never have guessed a couple of years from now the guy was homeless and on drugs and life in a shambles, and God has done a great work through him, and now he's been chosen from a large group of people to go overseas and be of help over there for a season.
That is running out of time. Care Center Ministries.
I think we could spend a whole nother show
we
just
go another hour
talking
with Ty.
Easy.
Yeah. Well, we got to get you coming back. We'll get you back in here in a few weeks, see how things are going. Pretty well wraps it up. We'll be back tomorrow. Warmer temperatures today. I'm looking forward to that today and tomorrow.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. See you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.